I'll watch this once just for the sake of the stream. I'll watch this thing once, but after that, I'm gonna fucking cut it off. I'm just trying to fight. I'm not really trying to watch the cinemas and stuff. Just for the sake of the viewer, who, in case you haven't ever seen the ending.
It's locked. What should we do? Isn't it obvious? Hey, quit dawdling. Here we go. One, two. Could you be any more clumsy? Kick it on three. Hey. Here we go. One, two.
These fucking assholes, great. See, now these four need to be swapped out with those shithead four. I didn't have these shitheads sitting in this room, okay? The shitheads from the Kickstarter backer, have them sit in this room. Now if you fight Kickstarter backers, well, quick time events, which are throwaway. Quick time events are throwaway, they're not important. So you can weight them on this. And put the good characters, the well-designed, character design enemies, put them in the actual combat part. And this game is saved. Fixed. I like the game no matter what, but as far as me replaying after the fact, we need to remix this. This is like, underutilization of enemies. Not to mention they should have a 70-man fight. I don't know why, Suzuki does something really good and then he realizes he did something good and never repeats it again. The 70-man fight was the best part of Shenmue 1, and then he never repeated it again. I don't understand. Let's do it again. You can put other modes in the game if you want to put some other modes, but make sure you get the 70-man battle as one of them. So much so, I think I want to kind of hack the 70-man battle and stick these guys in it. There, game over. Then you kind of fight him, but you can't hurt him at all. This dude, Landy. I used to think his name was Rante. Cause when I played the other version, the Japanese version, it first came out, when he says his name is Rante. That's what he says. So I used to go to school at Stony Brook, so I figured I wanted to walk around the school because there's a lot of Chinese people there, Chinese students. I was like, hey, where's Rante? Hey, you. They wouldn't know what the fuck I'm talking about, right? But I was like, hey, where's Rante? Hey. That's what basically Rio does through the whole game. He walks around town asking people where Rante is. So I figured I'd walk around campus asking them where Rante is. They probably think I was crazy.
That fool.
But I'll be like real life Shenmue.
I'll burn Landi and the rest of it down.
Yeah, that's Niao's son. It took us years and years to see Niao's son in the game. So much so that most people that are playing the game now don't even know who she is.
I will avenge my father!
This game is significant. This is significant. This plot is significant. People don't know the plot. They never played the first games. They just crib noted it. They just played after, downloaded it a million years later after, and don't understand the game and don't know the characters. They don't understand who Ren is. They don't understand who Niao's son is. I have no health. It doesn't matter if I have no health because okay, got that. Break out. technically it has throws. They're just hit throws. Because if you look at Virtua Fighter 5, the way it is now, some of those so-called throws are just unblockable attacks. Because like Sarah, some of the throws are kick things now. When you do a 270-degree forward throw, she has a bunch of kicks. That's not a throw. And then she plays hacky sack with you. She kicks you, and then she plays hacky sack with your body with her foot. She's her foot that's spinning you around. Nobody can throw a 250-pound man with a foot. A 120-pound girl cannot throw a grown-ass 250-pound man with her foot. Like she's playing hacky sack. And that's what they consider a throw in Virtua Fighter 5. That's not a real throw. The Final Showdown, most of them aren't real throws.
To reunite you with your father.
Are we done? Are we done? I'm not watching the entire ending. I watch this part because it's cool. Then I'm done. Throw it over there. So the Shenmue animes this year. I got some anime magazines I can see what's going down. You know the funny thing, man, is magazines cost like $15, man. I bought 3 magazines when I went to Micro Center. I bought a couple things at Micro Center. And then all of a sudden my bill was like $80. Just because I bought a few magazines. It bumped my bill up like by $40. It was ridiculous. What is this now? Okay, then, you know, she's burning the place down. So she's basically like Left Eye, Lisa Left Eye Lopez, freaking Miao's son burns down the whole house with freaking Landi in it, and he gets away. She's hot. She likes you. She's a maiden. She's like that maiden girl in Ninja Gaiden. This game gets no credit. It's a great game. It's like a Ninja Gaiden type game. It's like a Devil May Cry mix with Resident Evil with open world exploration, which was a precursor from Grand Theft Auto. So it's a great game. There's a lot of mini games. It's fun. If you don't have a stick up your ass, you can enjoy a fun game with a lot of good sense of humor and lots of characters, and lots of deep backstory. Okay? So the game with this, it went with depth. It has some progression because he does find, he found a talisman that leads to the dynasty, I forgot the Hang Dynasty, the treasure, right? He finds a scroll that leads right to it. But they just didn't go there yet. They go there at the very end of the game in the cutscene, the final scene. So yeah, he just had to find things. He had to search the whole temple inside the middle of Bailu village that has a scroll that tells him where the treasure is. Now it's the treasure that gets unlocked by the 2 mirrors. He loses the Phoenix mirror, which means he's screwed. Now he doesn't have the Phoenix or the Dragon mirror, so that's a plot progression. Now he has to get the mirror back. The plot says, oh, both characters have to be aware of each other. Both characters have to have a MacGuffin, and they have to want something. So both of them want something, and that's going to lead them to meet each other. That's what happens. They all want the Phoenix mirrors. That's going to lead them to somewhere in a confrontation. They both aware of each other. The Chiyo man knows who Ryo is. Ryo knows the Chiyo man. The Chiyo men have Shenmue's father. Ryo knows that. Ryo is aware of the Chiyo man. Ryo knows where. They have Shenmue's father, and she wants to get Shenmue's father back for the Chiyo man. So he's inexorably going to meet with the Chiyo man at some point in the story. So if there's a story, there's a plot. People are stupid. They don't understand how stories are written. Say there's no plot. They're stupid. And they're uneducated, ignorant little shithead high school dropouts who have no idea how you write a story. Okay, there is a story here. There is a plot here. It's a cohesive plot. It sticks to the same story formula that every movie and TV show goes by. There's a plot, 2 enemies, 2 protagonists and antagonists. They're aware of each other. They both want the same thing. And eventually they end up meeting each other to fight over it. Plot, story, character design. Story development, story structure. It has basic story structure. So people saying they don't like it, they're just assholes. They're assholes who don't like girls because they're a mutant, because your mom and dad were on too much drugs or smoked too much weed or did heroin, and you born all fucked up and you think you're a girl and you're a dude, and you don't like girls. Ryo likes girls, you don't like Ryo. whatever. You don't like the story. The story is about the relationship between Shenmue and Rio, and they're trying to get her father back, and he's trying to get the dragon mirror back. They're trying to get answers. They're trying to get revenge for his father. All those things move the plot forward. If you don't like what happened in the middle of the part, it's because you don't like girls, and you don't like the idea of having to romance Shenhua or getting to know her better. Because that's what you do. The meat of this game is the character development and the relationship between Shenhua and Rio. And that's what you're building on. To such a point where she gets kidnapped, you have to save her. Okay? You build a relationship with her, you attach her the whole time, you go from one town to the next, spending several months with her, living with her in a house and living with her in a hotel. You have a big bond with her, and she gets kidnapped at the end, and you have to rescue her. So there's a plot. There's three major MacGuffins. One is Shenhua, one is Shenhua's father, and one is the Dragon Mirror and the Phoenix Mirror. So shut up about saying no story. You're an idiot. Only reason people are saying that this game has no story is because they wanted to get the end of the story. They don't say what the full sentence. They don't complete the thought. They said they wanted the end of the saga in Shenmue 3. And they thought they were going to get that for free for $70. So you get the whole story and the conclusion story with just $60. That's not happening, asshole. That's what they expected. Fuck you. And they didn't even check it out. They never played Shenmue 1 or 2. So they don't have any real investment in it. They just want the end of the story. Say, oh, well, how'd the story end? Go to see the ending because, whatever, because it's been 15 years. Shut up. You guys are fucking assholes. You don't know shit about Shenmue. They just want to end the story of an ending. They don't want to invest in the story to watch the episodic content. And from the outset, Yu Suzuki said it's going to be 16 chapters and it's going to be episodic content. That's what this is. This is a self-contained story in a major saga. A self-contained story is Shenhua's father gets kidnapped and you have to get him back. Story solved. That's what happens. That's how it progresses. He moves closer and closer to doing it, and eventually rescues him. That's the story. Just beginning, middle, end. Father's missing, looking for the father, ending to get the father back. So shut the fuck up, you fucking asshole critics who don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
The strength that would destroy him. The strength that would fulfill his wishes.
Awesome game. Best game of 2019. I played this all the way into like June of 2020, okay? The only time I stopped playing this is when The Last of Us Part 2 came out. So I played this all the way into July of 2020, from November 2019 all the way to July of 2020. Okay, this is my game with 2020, man, easily. The Last of Us didn't deliver. And the only thing that came up to even hold a candle to this is Marvel's Avengers. Another game that got lambasted and unappreciated for all the work that went into it. No, I'm not fucking watching you. Fucking